All right. All right. And, hey, Josh. And, all right, here we go. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome. We're here to talk about Zwift life and beyond. Here to talk about what's going on. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome. How you doing, Josh?
I'll drink to
that. Well, I kind of buried the lead here, but hey, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. A guy that won't back down from a challenge. Like, and I mean anything. Like eating a Kit Kat every time someone says the word watt or wattage, or it rhymes with that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but a guy who, like something like maybe even sticking milk duds up his nose. Now, I've met Josh, and he's got a lot of room up there. So, I don't know. I think my nose is actually bigger than yours. But anyway, here he is, Josh! Woo! Josh, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Yeah, my big nose is how I can have such a high VO2 max.
Well, I must be the same way then. But, I'll tell you what, your nose isn't that big. I was just joking. But I have had milk duds stuck up my nose, and I kind of messed up the thing there. But, I forgot to say that you're the top of my ladder, man. I know you're our ladder coordinator. You're the top of my ladder. That's for sure.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. We're trying a couple different things here tonight. Speaking of tonight, whoa, I disappeared. Speaking of tonight, we're actually recording at night. So, here's to you, Josh. We have an adult beverage here that you probably can't see because mine's like fading out here. Anyway, skull. Yeah, here we go. That's good. Okay. Because usually, we record in the morning. So, well, it's morning for us, but everybody else is like having a beer or a cider or something like that. Anyway, Josh, it's good to see you, man. And, I'm a little tuned up. I can tell you already, not from the beer, but because of I've already it's Halloween time, you're
maxed out on the Halloween candy, are you?
I've already had way too much Halloween candy, and to the point where I guess it's I heard as I was riding Zwift yesterday, we were talking just how you're talking in the rides and stuff, and there was one of the guys was saying that it's normal, like in a typical North American household, they will buy candy, eat all the candy, and then have to buy more candy. So we're like a typical normal household.
That tracks.
Yeah. So that
whatever you have to tell yourself to get off the sugar rush.
Yeah, I've been. Oh man, they have these little. Oh, I should have brought one because we're on video. I could have showed everybody. But the little Kit Kats, but they're counts. They're counts. Like Count Dracula or something.
Yeah, it's this like shaped nicely or something.
Yeah.
Count Dracula.
Yeah. Although I will say that they're different. Like and I've had this discussion before with other people about like the Reese's Pieces, like the Reese's like pumpkins, or Reese's peanut butter cups. They taste different than a Reese's pumpkin does, than a Reese's Christmas tree does, than a Reese's snowman does, because of the chocolate to peanut ratio.
They're supposed to be the same, just shaped differently, or
yeah.
But I'm not much of a chocolate person, so I'm not well versed in those.
Well, I'm not either. I'll eat it. That's
my wife thinks I'm unhinged for not liking
chocolate. Oh man, unhinged. That's a good term. Yeah. Well, what's your go-to then? What are you going for at Halloween times?
I like more of like flavor stuff. So like Starburst and that kind of stuff. So,
Airheads and everything, What's your go-to? Like, what's your favorite thing? Like, when you were a kid trick or treating all the time, what was
it was absolutely Starburst. So still is.
Yeah, Starburst is amazing. But what's your favorite flavor of Starburst?
The pink kind. I mean, I don't care about any of the others.
Have you done the thing where you can, since you're an adult now, you can just buy a whole bag of pink ones?
Nah. I'm not much of a candy person at all. I know. Like, this Halloween. I do like Halloween, to be fair. Yeah. But I'm just not much of a candy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I try not to be, because I got my first cavity for the first time last year, and it was around it was after this, and after Halloween, and like I was like, oh man, something's going on. My dentist's like, well, you have a cavity. I'm like, I've never had a cavity before, and I know that's kind of a people have cavities every day. Anyway, I was just I couldn't believe that I had a cavity, and I said,
were you just taken aback?
Yeah, I was. And
like,
it was
I have to have new eating habits now, and by that I mean eat more candy at Halloween.
Well, I haven't been eating any candy, any at all, because I'm like, I'm not eating any candy. I don't want to get I don't want to get into that habit, and then ended up so now
just don't want to get your teeth drilled out,
Right. Yeah, the Kraken has been released though, because now I have I've been just eating tons of candy, but I'm going to brush really well tonight. So probably have another beer,
that's very admirable of you.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I know it's but so the Starburst though, and if you haven't done the whole, because you can buy a bag of Starburst now where it's just the red or pinks, or I think it may be just the pinks, but until then, like there used to be, you could only get you'd have to. I remember one time getting almost all pinks in a package, and that's like unheard of, right?
Yeah, you won the lottery. Did you get a scratch off now?
No, but I did win the lottery actually. Oh man, I should be talking about that. I don't want everybody to hit me up for money. I got $1. $1. I won.
Dang.
Hey, you got to play to win.
I would say go buy a lottery ticket, but you already
did. Yeah, I bought 2 lottery tickets, and one of them won $1. So they're both. Yeah, I know. Because you can't see it behind me, but I got my gravel bike here, and I've already gotten it behind me, and I finally have decided I'm going your path, man. I'm gonna make it into more of like a cutthroat type thing. So I know we're not.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I know that's not one of our main talking points, but maybe we should talk about that in a second. In fact, Josh, why don't you, we haven't talked for probably about a week or so. What have you been up to, man?
Well, a lot of Zwifting, but you'd be happy to know, speaking of like outside riding, which I think the seasons have changed. I think outdoor riding is kind of kaput for us here in Michigan, but you'd be happy to know I did buy a waxing setup.
Nice.
So a chain waxing setup. And so I'm locked into that, but I really have not been motivated, because like outdoors like it's like freezing, so I'm not really like in a huge hurry to do that, but yeah. So
I can't.
But anyway, this week, otherwise, outside of the chain waxing stuff, has been a bit of up and down, I'd say, for racing. I did 4 races, I think, this last 7 days. So I did 2 ladder races. We lost them both. One was close. One was not. One we got just destroyed. We did a Deca Dash.
I haven't done that one yet.
But we did like a custom finish, so you only had to do Jarvis KOM reverse, but 4 times. That was if you want to test your 2-minute power, that's a great way to do that. Still podiumed both of them, but
nice.
Yeah, I mean it was against stronger teams, so yeah, kind of didn't really work out in our favor, but. Then Friday did the FRR Super 6 series. That was an ITT and an absolute just a complete disaster from start to finish. I mean, like honestly, it's like one of those races. I was saying live on stream, on my racing stream, like, this is one to forget. I was pre-race. I was saying, I'm either gonna set a new FTP or just go out in a blaze of glory, and one of those things happened, and it was not studying a new FTP.
Yeah. So, I thought you were going to say you got to watch the stream.
I was like, so I knew it was going to be about 45-minute race if I had kept the pace up, but I was trying to shoot for like 3.8 over like 45 minutes, which would have been like well above like any PRs I think I've set. So I held that for about 10 minutes, and like 2 minutes in I'm like, this is not going to happen, but I just kept pushing through thinking that it was going to, like, hey, maybe I'll settle in, never did, blew up, and then was just cruising that zone 2 and still like way well above threshold heart
Yeah.
rate. So it was just like a race to forget. And then 8 kilometers before the finish, my computer just decided to shut off.
No.
And honestly, that's probably for the best. So thank you,
Well,
you, computer, for overheating or doing whatever you did to bail me out of that one. So.
Yeah. So you didn't get credit for it. So are you gonna do it again?
No, didn't get credit. Didn't do anything. Like I don't really know how that impacted the team, but Jin on our team, absolute beast. He got second place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, average like 4.0 or something absurd. So yeah, bravo to him.
What was the course on that for that ITT?
It was what was it? It was Ocean Lava Cliffside Loop.
Okay.
Oh, so, but it was like 1.5 laps of it. So
yeah,
that was just a disaster, one to forget. Happy that didn't, happy my computer honestly just blew up or did whatever it did, and I didn't have to finish that. So I honestly would have been a great excuse to just be like, oh yeah, my computer like shut off. But it actually did. I was gonna write it out and just say like, yep, that was a disaster. We'll move on from there. But yeah, and I learned trying to recover your fit file to actually get it to upload to Strava with an incomplete activity.
I didn't know you could do that.
Pretty involved.
Yeah,
I was able to do it. The elevation is like totally wonky, but every other stat seems accurate. But yeah, it took like 30 minutes of time to figure out like how to actually do it and do it correctly and fix it. So
where did you find it even? Like how did
there's like a fit file repair tool.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
And that seemed to work. I tried to just upload it to Strava as is, and it was like, yeah, this no, try again. So it did eventually work. So then the last race number 4 earlier today was I did a race up Ventop.
Which I don't know why you would do that.
Idea, but I'm like all in and committed to the Specialized Athos upgrades.
I need to do that too.
And so I'm locked in, committed to that. Set a pretty good average. I averaged like 3.1 over a little. Looked like my finishing time was 1 hour 34 minutes, and I averaged 3.13. So I'm pretty happy with that. That was a nice bounce back from like that complete disaster of FRR.
That's an incredible time though, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. So
wow. I think my PR up there is like 3 hours to get up there. So that's incredible. You're so much faster than I am. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible, dude. Good job.
Yes. So lots of stuff happened this last week, and a lot of racing. Could use some zone 2, but we all know that's boring. So and I avoid that like the plague. Coach Cat would be so disappointed.
Right. Yeah.
So what about you? What was your week look like?
Oh man, that's funny that you talk about the Coach Cat stuff, because I'm at the end of my block, so I have to pick a new block, and I was working on Coach Cat training for the Zwift Racing, and because the Zwift Racing was only 4 weeks this time, or the Zwift Racing League, it kind of like just gave me 2 extra weeks of stuff because it was set up for like 6 weeks. So I've been just doing these not random workouts, but the workouts that are prescribed for that. So some base building and everything. And now I think I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm going to try lifting weights this year. I've never done that before, so I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. I mean, I can. I remember the last time I tried, I could lift the bar. That was pretty cool. But I've not done anything.
I can't say I have any weightlifting related strength either. So you're in
Yeah,
good company.
the lady who I live with who smells so nice, she can lift way more than I can. In fact, when we got our kicker bike, she carried the heavy end all the way down the stairs, and I was just kind of guiding her down there.
Directing.
But yeah, and just being like, oh my gosh, and anyway, but she's so much stronger than I am. But anyway, so I'm gonna try and get some strength on that, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do like some base building, because that zone 2 is kind of boring. But I do have to say that
boring but useful. I mean,
totally useful.
I'll admit. Yeah. I'll admit.
but Zwift makes it so much more fun. Okay, because I always forget about yesterday when I did the Zwift Fondo, and because I've been looking at doing that. I love doing the Fondos, and I know they're like they can be kind of boring sometimes. I guess I don't know because it's so long, but it's fun for me.
Though.
Yeah, it is fun.
I did the Zwift Fondo last week.
Yeah, it was great, and it ends when it ends up on Epic KOM. I was questioning my life choices at that point. I wasn't really happy about that, but every time I go up the Epic KOM, I'm always like I always think they do such a good job with the graphics at that point, and I don't know if it's just because I'm like dying and I think like wow everything looks so good or what, but it was good. I was happy with that. I did pretty well. Coco caught me though. That was I was in the Coco Cadence group, and Coco what's her name now? Coco something. She has a different name.
Coco. Well, it's still Coco.
Yeah, but there was a Coco Cadence. They had to change her last name because it was she was an adult film star or something, I guess. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we don't know what her night job is. I don't know, or its night job is. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
No way. Yeah. So anyway, so Coco, like I dropped her long, at the beginning because it's only like I think that was like 2.6 or something. I was just like, I'm going. I went up the volcano, PR'd a minute and a second faster than my best PR, which that was good. So for me, that was 8 minutes and 58 seconds. So that felt pretty good. And I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. This is the first time I've eaten an entire bag of the scratch gummies while on my bike too. By the way, I've never gone through a whole bag like that. Usually I can save them or whatever, or I don't know, or I don't.
More carb loading. Good.
Yeah, it was great. But that did take me like 2.5 hours to do the Fondo. How long did it take you to do it?
So I was just looking at my YouTube history here. So I did the Zwift. No, it's not
the Medio Fondo, or is
it's the Zwift
Medio?
Epic Rides Feed Fondo on Zwift Grand Fondo. So that was
that's different, I think.
Yeah. So that one was. Let me see how long this was. This was.
Yeah, because
97 kilometers, so 60 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good though. And like, and doing something like that when you have other people with you, because I've done some of the longer routes, and it's just kind of like it's fine to do that, but it's more fun
on Epic KOM too. So it did
nice,
the Zwift KOM, Volcano KOM, and then Epic KOM.
Yeah. Yeah, this one did that too, but it's just more fun having people there with you, all suffering the same thing. I guess, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. That took me 3 hours 6 minutes. I did it at 2.4. So
nice.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah. I did 2 hours and 31 minutes, and then I just rounded it up to 50 miles because it was like pretty much all downhill. So 45 miles. I was super happy to do it. I was very thankful to my family for giving me that time because I was like I wasn't sure if I was going to actually start it or not because we were running late. We were doing some errands and stuff, and I got home and I'm like, I only have like 10 minutes to get ready, and like, let's do it. And so I got on. I'm glad I did it then because I was going to do the later time.
You're not a true Zwifter if you don't scramble to join a race,
exactly.
like a race or ride like 10 minutes before.
right
10 minutes
before it starts.
Yeah.
So Yeah, exactly. I warm up on course, and as I got there, it actually like it started right when I joined. Like everybody was taking off, so it was like the perfect timing. So
Nice.
we did that, and like because like you alluded to, it's gotten colder. I can't find my toe warmers, so I've been wearing just wool socks outside. But my shoes are pretty well ventilated, so my toes get cold pretty quickly. So it's been perfect Zwifting weather outside. So I've been riding inside more, which has been fine. I do miss riding outside a little bit. I'm gonna be working on my gravel bike all winter. So come summer, it's gonna be radical, I believe. Anyway, I hope so. But
I don't know about you, man, but I always question my life choices of living in an area with snow.
Well, you don't have a fat bike yet. See, you need to get a fat bike.
No, I'm not getting a fat bike because I know myself well enough to know that like I don't like being outside in the winter. I'm not much of a like snow sports
Mm.
person. Like I don't. I mean, I used to like ski and snowboard and stuff, but I'm not really. Yeah, those days are gone. Like I not much for that anymore.
Well, ever since I got a fat bike, I don't even remember how many years ago. But then I just when I started doing Zwift more, it's like it was cold out. I'm not going to Zwift. All right, I'm going to Zwift. I'm not going to fat bike. Because it
Yeah.
was like there's that whole thing. But there is something to be said on a
Gotta
beautiful
mess
sunny
around. You
day.
just gotta mess around with everything to go
Yeah,
outside, and it takes
yeah,
like
it's
30
true.
minutes to get all your stuff around. And
Yep, yep.
yeah,
And
I mean,
then
outside
yeah,
is more fun. Like, let's be
yeah,
honest, but it's just takes a long time to get
yeah.
ready and get everything around.
Yeah, it is cool though to go out. We have these lakes by us that freeze, and so you can go and ride on the lakes and really. Which
Oh,
I'm
nice.
not. I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm not saying that anybody should do that.
With
You're up to your
studded
own.
tires and go
Uh,
straight through the ice.
yeah, no, I don't
That
have
sounds like
studded
a
tires,
great
so
idea.
yeah, it's scary because everything starts popping and everything, and it gets a little scary. But it's kind of neat. But yeah. So speaking of that, though, I have been working on upgrading my bike. So when you're talking about the Athos, I'm working on the Athos, and in that Fondo, I stopped and I lost the group. But I was like, I'm going up the Epic KOM. I need all the feet or elevation I could get.
You
So
did the exact same thing I did. I
yeah,
stopped and swapped to the Athos as well on it
yeah.
for the Epic KOM.
And I'm gonna have to. It's like I think it takes like 6,000 feet. I don't know how many meters that is. 3,000 meters probably. And to upgrade, right, or something like that. And it's that's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's just anyway. So I gotta be climbing more, and I think I'm gonna just start doing that all the time. I'm also working on my TT bike as well, though, to try and upgrade those. So doing those two things.
Yeah.
But then I got to give a shout out to Unerarium because we did have an epic team win this week, and this was on it was a club ladder against TFC, and I gotta say that they put up a hard fight, man, a hard fight, and we were on the breakfast crits and grits, which
That is a
yeah,
great course.
I haven't done
I
that
like
course in a
it.
long time. Yeah, yeah, it ends on the Skur, and that was. The thing that scared me the most was the 4 laps of the Nessie loop, because that one I'm like I'm gonna get dropped here, and that was where every single time we were somebody would push and we'd have to I'd have to put in a lot of watts to get there, and oh man, by the time we got to the Skur, we had our friend Tim. He was up there covering all the moves, so he was up in the front, and then Blake was in front of me. He covered that next move, and then I was with one other guy. So it was 1 versus 1 and then versus one, because it was only 4v4. So everybody had somebody they were going against. So it was really really exciting, and so. It was just I was battling for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was battling for fifth, and so I'm with this guy,
Now
and
I'm looking at your stats and pulling your
yeah,
stats up
man.
for this race.
And I was like, all right, well, it's going to be either him or me. And I'm like, I noticed that he was having some struggling a little bit. So I laid the hammer down, dropped him, and then went up the skirt, dropped him before the skirt, and then just kept on going all the way up the skirt. And I was trying to catch the other guys, but I didn't want to mess up their thing, So anyway, got fifth. I was super happy with that, and we won by, I think it was 27-25. So it was so close, man, so close. So it could have gone the other way, and then also our last rider, Bryce, was able to pull in there and beat their last rider. So that was a good team win.
I mean, anyone winning their battles there was the difference between winning and losing. So
yeah, it totally was, and it was that was awesome. It was a good team win. It felt good, to do that. I didn't think I actually wanted to give up several times, and I didn't give up.
You locked in. Locked in.
Yeah. I wanted to, though. I wanted to give up. But then this week we've got some more ladder coming up, and that's going to be fun. I'm excited for it.
And ZRL's starting back up too, eh?
ZRL is, it's starting back up next week, which is we should talk about that. So that it starts. The first round is November 4th. So if you're looking for a team, Coalition's a great team. You could join. Josh and I are both on that team. but there's plenty of great teams out there. I mean, there are so many great teams with great structures, and everyone's there to have a good time. I really do think it's interesting that you and I have both been racing for a long time. And we've met people, these opponents, that we've ridden with for years now, and it's kind of like in the pro peloton a little bit. I mean, not like that, but like you run into the same people.
Yeah. It is kind of funny that you run into the same people, like either just over the course of different leagues or just in a random race, and it's like, oh yeah, I know that person.
And I've even been willing to help with that person, once or twice, because we're we know each other, and it's like, hey, let's drop these guys.
Beneficial.
Exactly. And it's fine until the last K, and then it's all bets are off, and that's just how it goes, right? We'll see who's got the biggest watts, I guess, or something. Well, that's not a nice thing to say, or whatever. But whatever. Yeah. So, but ZRL's coming up, and I think there's only there's six races, and I know James was really upset that not upset, but he wanted us to stress that it was 6 races, and he just had
six,
four,
not 4. Yeah, we had said 4 for the first round, 6 the second.
Yeah.
Looks like we got ITT Greatest London Flat. We got Race 2 Rising Empire for A's and B's, and Everything Bagel for C's and D's. And that is a points race. And then we got Scratch Race, London Loop Reverse. And A's and B's will do 3 laps of that, which is 44.6 kilometers. C's and D's will do 2 laps, which is 29.8. Race 4, TTT, but new route to be announced. And then race 5, Glasgow Crit Circuit. A's and B's will do 10 laps. C's and D's will do 7 laps. And that's a points race. And then race 6, wrapping it up with the scratch race, December 9th. And again, new route to be announced, also scratch.
Yeah, so that one's not there, but I do have a little inside information that I do know that the scratch, or that the one that the TTT race 4 is going to be on one of the New York maps called What's the Limit. So that one's going to be coming up, and that one's going to be cool. I'm excited for that, which I know we've got some other things we're talking about here, because this is all about city stuff and everything too. But that we have 2 TTTs, so I think I've voiced my opinions about the TTTs, but whatever. I think they're going to use it. I wonder if they're going to use that to sort again, because to sort out make sure everyone's in the right category. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, TTTs, I suppose, is the best way to do that.
Yeah,
because you're just full gas for however long.
Yeah,
and you are doing a TTT first.
Yeah,
so.
And it's the Greatest London Flat. That's a pretty standard.
I mean, I would not having known like what not having the inside information, I would have guessed too that some of these routes to be announced are going to be some of the new Zwift courses that have been in Zwift Unlocked. For the last couple of weeks, so that wouldn't surprise me. Yep.
Yeah, and the Watts limit is the same exact distance as the Greatest London Flat, and it's actually like it's Greatest London Flat is 222.5 meters elevation, and the watts limit is 219.0 watts, or Kelly or elevation, whatever. So they're pretty much the same. So it's really going to be interesting to see how that goes. I am excited. I know we talked about, or we got this on the list to talk about, but the new New York maps, the new New York maps that are going to be new, the new New York maps, whatever. Anyway, the new New York maps, you know what I mean. So yeah, have you seen that? They kind of look like they're similar. They're just different iterations.
Yeah, I've done all the Zwift Unlocked
nice
routes, or at least all the long ones. The last 3 weeks. So I've looked at some of the new routes. They do look interesting. I honestly, I've always hated New York, the world. Like,
yes,
it's funny we tell our ladder team, like, hey, anything in New York is blacklisted. Don't pick
exactly.
anything.
Everybody wants to race up Harlem Hill and the Catskills Hill, or whatever it's called, Cat Mountain, or what's Kitten Paw? What's it called? You know which hill I'm talking about.
I don't know. They're all bad. I don't like
it. They're all bad. You're exactly right. And and the only thing that's good, I think, is the New York KOM, and I know that's controversial too, but. And I don't know. I like it.
They're all bad. They're all bad.
They're all bad. You're right.
They're good courses. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like, they're well designed courses. I just don't like them.
Yeah, and they've just been done so often. I guess that's the big thing there. That we've just done them so often, right? You think? Yeah.
I mean, I avoid them like the plague.
Yeah.
Unless a ladder opponent picks them, and then I'll proceed to complain about it. But I'll still do it.
Yeah, still do it.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah, exactly. But so the Zwift Unlock things have been cool too. I've been trying to do some of those. I've been doing the rides just because the time hasn't necessarily worked out for me to do the races part. Have you been doing the races or the rides?
No, I haven't done any of the Zwift Unlocked races. I've just done the group rides.
Right. Yeah, and it's cool that they have both of those. Just so you can get into that, so you don't have to do the races, and it's and that's cool. Yeah, and so
run every basically, I think so.
Every hour, pretty much, or every couple hours or something. And then
every hour or two. So,
yeah, it's pretty cool. And one thing I was thinking about while I was riding on the Zwift Fondo this week, I know we talked about the Zwift Fondo and how fun they are to do. Is have you ever done a HUDless race before?
I have. I've only done it once, and it was ironically the very first race I ever did on Zwift. Mm-hmm. Didn't even know it was HUDless, but I picked it not knowing it, and I was like, oh well, it's probably not the best thing to pick for the first one I do, but okay.
Well, yeah. But it's kind of like it's like when you're outside racing or riding or something like that, you don't have a heads-up display. I mean, you have your computer probably, but similar. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done one. I don't think I've done a race. I've definitely shut it all off before just to see what that's like, but I don't think I've ever done a race. And I wonder how that would affect me. And because there was I think there was a series where they were shutting that off. And isn't there a way? I think I've heard this. I don't know if it's true or not, but they can shut off the feed to sauce as well. So then,
if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% positive, but I do recall that there is a like intentionally built-in feature of sauce to disable like the feed to it, so it doesn't work in HUDless races if the organizer so chooses.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which, I don't know. It would be cool, but I guess I would like to know how much is going to be left. But I guess you just have to know the course, though. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, not for me. It would be interesting. I would probably do one of those and then be like, "Yep, that's nice," and then not do it again. But it would be interesting to not have all the infos overlays and just go by pure racing and yeah.
I mean, because if everyone's doing it and everyone's agreed to not use the HUD and not use or it's shut off, That would be really cool. I think I want to try it. The next one that comes up, I'm going to do it. I think, and just see what it's like. You know, could be super rad.
Could be fun.
Yeah, definitely could be. Well, and so then speaking of Zwift racing and stuff like that, do you have any Zwift winter goals? By the way, got any? I mean, I know it's not winter yet, but it's coming up.
Yeah, it's still the same goal I've had since the beginning of the year, which is the road to Emerald on Zwift Racing app. But I've kind of plateaued for the last I don't know 4 months or so, which is fine. Like I'm not really too worried about it. I'm having fun. Things are going well. Like I'm not, I feel fit. So I'm not really too overly concerned about making it. If my fitness dictates it, it'll happen. But letter races are also a lot of team racing too, right? So hey, if the math doesn't work out, I'm gonna go back and try and TT someone up to the main group just for the math to work out. And if it doesn't, then obviously I'm not getting the points for that. But it's a team race, so
that whole part is interesting though, right? In the ladder races, because they don't, your Zwift racing score or your Zwift Zwift racing app points. They don't tell the whole story. They don't tell you that. They don't tell when you bridge somebody up. They don't tell when you close down all these attacks and stuff like that. But so that's too bad sometimes, because I've been at gold. I was at platinum before, and then I'm still at gold, and I'm just right on the bubble. Which is fine. But I have podiumed. And I'm not going to brag too much about it, but I was happy about that. But this last time I was fifth, and which was fine. And I was helping the team out in different ways. So, but you'll get there, man.
And I'm not I don't really, honestly. It's kind of a soft goal. If it happens, that's great. I'll celebrate. But I'm not really too oh hey, this must happen, or I'm just going to be totally disappointed. So
right.
But that has been a goal to move up. I mean, if I was actually super serious and dedicated about it, I'd set aside some time to do actual structured training.
Right.
Probably be a good idea, but
you totally could, man. There's lots of great places out there where you could do that, man.
Yes, there are.
And I think for me, I don't know. I was in B. I've been in B several times. I've been in C several times. It's more fun to be at the top end of C than it is to be at the bottom end of B. But my goal last winter was to get up to B, and I got up to B, and then I got back down to C, thankfully. But I think I'll probably get back up to B. But really, what I'm most worried, what I want to do is just keep my fitness up for next year, so that I'm already ahead of the curve. I want to be ahead of where I am now in the spring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
you want to hit the ground running for the outdoor season and be in good shape for it. So
and I felt like I have hit pretty much all my goals this year, which it's hard to. I've been wanting to gravel ride more. I have a Strava thing of how many miles I want to gravel ride, and I've already exceeded that. I'm almost at my goal for the year already, and it's not even November. So for my my yearly goal for distance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's pretty low. My number's low,
barely ahead of my distance goal. It's
what's your distance goal? What do you got for distance goal?
Another 10,000 kilometers.
Oh my gosh, that's 6,000 miles, dude. That's incredible. That's huge.
Yeah. I did 11 last year.
Wow.
And I had a lot of work commitments and
sure
illness earlier, so
a
bit behind the ball this year, but I've caught back up and I'm 60 miles ahead of schedule or something like that now. So
wow.
I'm basically right on the dot. But
nice.
As we know, Zwift miles are a little bit easier than outdoor
Yeah.
miles, so that
I,
will help.
Yeah, definitely less stressful because I mean
Yeah.
they are hard going up and like to keep your focus for that whole time. But like going up Ventop, for example, but
Yeah.
like it does. You don't have to worry about cars or squirrels or
Yeah,
anything
yeah. You
like
don't
that.
have
I
to
mean,
stop at stop signs
yeah,
or any of that stuff. So
all the squirrels that you see are friendly. Let me put it that way. That's better. And yeah. Well, I'm at my goal is to get 40. I was gonna set it at 5,000 miles, but because I did 4,000 last year, but I wasn't sure that I could do that, so I put 4,500 miles for my goal. So I'm hopeful that I'll get there. I think I can. So
nice, nice.
yeah, I'm at 4,300 or something right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. So if I can get 5,000, that'd be amazing. I'll never forget the time I was reading Dirt Rag magazine, and I don't know if you even know what Dirt Rag is, but it's
Yeah.
it's this mountain bike magazine, and then there was a person was writing in something and like said something about like I usually have 1,000 miles by this point in the year, and I'm like 1,000 miles in a year? You're kidding me? And like and I'm like that just blows my mind, but thankful to Zwift and.
Yeah.
I could actually do that because I don't think I could before, but yeah. So anyway, so that's what I got it going on. But all the candy and everything is kind of bringing me down a little bit. But
No, it's the sugar you need to
you might be right. And then what about speaking of sugar? What do you got going on for Halloween? You got any big plans?
Yeah, we're just going to a friend's house to pass out candy. So
Nice.
and
Nobody
probably have a
nobody
few
comes to your house or
adult beverages. They do.
yeah.
We just lock the door and hide in the basement the entire time. Just kidding.
Shut the light off and
Uh,
yeah. Oh man. Well, we live next to a highway, so there's really not many people coming here, but we do put a bowl out and just like, because we don't want our
People
house to
take
get
the
egged.
bowl, right? Yeah.
No, they keep the bowl, but they leave the candy, so that's okay. I'm fine with that because I don't want to eat it either because I will eat it all. But what I need to do is actually like because my daughter gets so much candy for Halloween. I need to. There's usually if I have to carry something.
Dig into the candy.
Oh, definitely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I always have to check her candy. Well, last year she was I'm like, let me check this to make sure there aren't any that are unwrapped or something like that or whatever. And last year she finally got wise to that. So so she's probably not going to let me do it this year unless there's something that she doesn't like. So I'll end up with a Mounds bar or an Almond Joy. No way.
Yeah. We don't do that.
No way. So I think we're gonna go trick or treating, hopefully, and just go around the neighborhood, see what we can get. There's one house that will give out full size candy.
Are you gonna dress up in full coalition kit during that?
Yeah, and it's gonna be like 30 degrees out, and I definitely should. I usually now as an adult I don't really dress up, but what's the best costume you ever wore when you were trick or treating?
I think I was a toucan one year.
Like Toucan
my
Sam.
my mom was like super good at making whatever Halloween costumes
That's
my brother and
awesome.
I like envisioned. Like we were
Yeah.
Pokemon one year, and
Whoa.
yeah, she went all out, did like super good job like making these things. But
That's awesome.
toucan one year. It's a
Like
giant
from
beak, just a giant beak that I don't know. I was like super young. It's probably bigger than my head. So,
well, my best one was my mom did the same thing. She was always into art and everything, so she was always ready and willing whenever we wanted something. Like we would decide like a month ahead of time, and like this is what you're gonna do. You're sticking with this, whatever it is, So at the time in the '80s, there was this thing called McDonald's had this Mac the Knight or something like that. I can't remember. It was this guy with a moon for a head, and he would sing a song. I can't even remember the song now, but I remember the costume. So my mom made out of paper mache the moon. So my whole head was the moon, and like a really funny nose and everything, and sunglasses and stuff. And then I just wore all black, and then I had to sing a song at like every house that I went to get candy, which was fine. I enjoyed it, and it was just kind of hard to run from house to house in the freezing cold.
Just subjected to torture there.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was really cool. That was probably the best one. Yeah. Yeah. What about the best costume you've ever seen? Have you seen any really good ones? Like either
any of like the people who can do like the make the cool Transformers costumes.
Oh,
that, like,
I have never seen a Transformers costume.
The ones that like are able to stand up and then like transform into a car or whatever and like roll around. Like,
no way.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Make some origami to figure that one out.
That is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I went to a party once where there was someone that did not speak at all, and like nobody knew who it was, and they were like dressed as Death, and it was like very convincing, and you couldn't see their face. Like it was
that's a little concerning.
Yes, it was very concerning, and like I remember talking to the host. I'm like, "Yo, who's that?" And they're like, "We don't know." You know. And they were like, "We don't know who it is," and like to this day, and we don't know who that was. But so it could have been just like some random person that came by the house and like saw a party was going on and came in. It was kind of freaky. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. I don't know what else the best costume I've seen, but yeah, every once in a while you'll get something like that. But I see
you have a important question here about candy corn or candy corn pumpkins.
Yeah. All right.
The obvious answer is none of the above, and candy corn should be illegal. I hate candy corn.
What? Not even all the different flavored ones? I mean, I was going to go down that route because there's
no.
There's one flavor. It's candy corn flavor.
Yeah. There's one flavor. There's one flavor. Candy corn in the trash.
Well, the candy corn, like it has its own flavor. It's kind of like circus peanuts. Circus peanuts have their own flavor, but like what? I would eat a bag of circus peanuts before I'd probably eat a whole bag of. Well, I don't know. I'd eat both of them, but they all still make me. I don't know. But you don't like them at all?
No, not at all. No,
that's a hard no right there.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
Just burn it all.
Oh man, I'll eat them every year. I end up eating them, and I'm like, I don't know why. I think it's just a Halloween tradition, but I don't know. But what about like you don't even eat the pumpkins ones? The pumpkins that like you eat the stem first?
No, Dustin. I would never eat any of these. Every time I see them, I'm just like, nope, get them away from me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want any of that.
And like, oh man, yeah, but because they're made. I don't know what they're made out of. I mean, sugar and like chemicals and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I try and eat them and like try and taste the different flavors of the different
battery
colors.
Acid, I think.
Yeah, battery acid and the leavenings of like hot dogs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's that's probably what's in there. But yeah, I don't think I ever told you about my friend of mine who was his summer job was the guy. He had to decide what went into the hot dogs. I ever tell you that story? Oh, it's gross.
No.
Yeah, it's not even my story. But anyway, that was his job. He was the guy who everything ended at the trough, and he had to decide what went in. And one side went in, one side didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up. Okay. Anyway, that's a perfect time to close the episode, I think. Josh, this is well, I'm gonna eat some candy corn. I'm gonna think of you, and
being mad about it.
Yeah, and be mad about it, and you probably won't have any. You won't have any candy corns, will you? So no.
I'll just have a Guinness instead.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, and it's always better to do that anyway. I'm trying to think. They even have candy corn shots. You've never had one of those before?
That's foul.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I will eat candy corn. I'll eat them all. But I still don't think that there's like I don't know. They have like a candy apple one too, but they all taste the same. So I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, with that, thank you, Josh, for being here and making this time work out. That was really cool to do this at night and everything. So I guess it's spookier at night. I mean, our Halloween episode, next week we should definitely do something like after Halloween, and I'll eat all my daughter's candy so she doesn't have to. I'll save her teeth.
Just make it easier,
Yeah, right. She can't eat all that by herself. So
put the team on your back, Dustin.
I got to do it for you. She'll thank me when she's older. Yeah. So, well, with that, thank you everyone for listening this week and every week and every other week. Be sure to check out our Discord server and send us an email at watopianweekly@gmail.com if you have any questions. Someone on staff will definitely get back to you. And let us know what you think. We do have some guests coming up, coming down the pipeline. And I know I say that a lot, but it's like schedules are kind of hard because of our international timelines and everything. Anyway, that's beside the point. But thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Have a safe Halloween. Eat a lot of candy, maybe some candy corn. I don't know. And you know what? We'll see you in Watopia. All right. See ya. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.